Live drum practice. 38. Still at it. I took yesterday off. Just a little burnt out again. If you want I like how that's how I'm starting. If you guys want to support us doing more of these and saving me from burnout all the time, become a member at musicbythemeasurespro.com, though the reality is I'd still burn out. So, day 8. I don't know. I like how I'm not very talkative right now. Just had some caffeine. Just woke up from a nap. Taught some lessons this afternoon. I don't think 80 BPM is the answer for this one at this moment. This is where I ended off. I like to keep the numbers where I ended off last, right? So I know that I hit 80 on this. So I'm like 38. Yeah, 38 away from full speed, which for me isn't terrible, you know, skill set wise. So why don't we drop that down to 70 and try to use that as a little bit of a warm up. But yes, if you guys want to support us, become a member, or like, comment, share, all that good stuff that YouTube likes. And we're just going to dive into this and have a good practice. And then it's pizza and beer night for me. And a 2E, and a 3E, and a 4E, and a 1E, and a... Here's what I like. 10 under. 10 under's not bad. You know, 10 under where I was yesterday as my warm-up. If you keep doing that. Okay, wait. Here's what I wanted to talk about. It's when you teach somebody in lessons, you're going on a year, and you see this incremental gain, and boom, it just clicks, and they get it, and you're just like, yeah. It's easier for me to do that than to see my incremental gain on a day-to-day basis. And sometimes it becomes a little defeating where you're just practicing. And you get some gains and setbacks and gains and setbacks. And a lot of it is because you're zooming in. What's up, Megatron? You're zooming in on the macro versus the micro. The micro is, man, this is, you know, yeah, I'm 10 BPM faster than I was the day before. But, you know, you're adhering to full speeds 118, and you have 700 other songs to learn and all this other stuff. And it can get frustrating after a bit. I'm not sitting here to complain. I'm just more like venting my own situation of like sometimes I leave doing these lives and I'm like, man, there's a lot of work ahead of me. And the coaching to myself and telling myself is like, that's part of the journey. That is, these videos would be great if they were perfect. It'd be fucking awesome if I could sit down and just play this right away. That's not where I'm at. It's not where I'm at as a drummer. I will get there. You will get there by doing this daily. And that is why I practice. I practice to do this daily to get better. It's the journey. It's not the destination. So that's my little, like, you know, it's just putting your time in. Put your time in, you will see results. So I'm happy that 70 BPM. 70 BPM wasn't bad. It's my Larry David impression. And a 4. And Megatron, what are you up tonight? Up to. Let's do 4s. So, thinking of that incremental gain, if I get this up to 90 today, that's a win. That's a win in my books. If I get up to 100, like, I should celebrate. So one thing that I struggle on is that 1E. It's not even doing the first one. It's doing them in row. 1E and. So just breaking it down without metronome. And then put the in there. Well, that was good. And you can hear on 2, I'm a little sloppier. 1E and 2E and 3E. All right. 74 a couple more times. Caffeine's starting to kick in. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4 and... don't feel like I'm perfect with the metronome right now, but not terrible. Something is amiss. I can't tell what it is though. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and so it seems okay. What's up, Robert? Robert, what are you doing on Wednesday night? What's up with Robert? What's up with Megatron? What's up with Robert tonight? And a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and 3 and a 4 and Alright, so we're gonna go to 82. Kind of feeling like we're going to get all these a little bit higher than my previous max, maybe like 85. And then we're going to move to the next section. Move to the next section. Try to hit 3 to 4 sections, come back in the last 20 minutes and try to get these up a little bit faster or just reaffirm them. It's kind of been working in my practice lately. 1. 2 and a 3 and a 4 and so I can hear the lack of control with the kick. So it'll be interesting when we get this up to full speed. We're going to do 85 and then move on. So that one actually felt pretty good. Two and a 3 and a 4 and that did not. 3, 4. Okay. Feeling okay about that. So same thing here. Previous speed, full speed was 90. Full speed. Previous speed for me was 92. We're going to slow that down to 82. Do some of these. Hopefully get it up to 100 and then move on. So we got this. 1, a 2. And a 4 and 1, a 2, a 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2. Three, 4. A 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2, a 3 and a 4 and 1. Slow down just a little bit more. I'm rushing these kicks in a row and not having any control. 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 2, 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2, 3 and a 4 and My brain is not working. 1, a 2, a 3, E, and a 4, and 1. A 2, 3, E, and a 4, and 1. All right, without metronome, let's fix that. So, again, trying to feel what my leg wants to do. There's two different ways to fix my problems. One is to spend, 2 or 3 hours a day doing. There'd be nothing wrong with this. I need more time in my life, and I don't have that currently. So I could easily go triple, lit, triple. Well, I can't easily do it, but. And really work on my foot technique. The other thing that I can do is learn these songs, right? I'm doing a kind of a double, or just at least getting my foot to rest on that other beat. 1, okay. Then it's 2, a 3. Now, what's been tripping me up at these faster speeds that we were just playing is 3, E, and a 4, and. 3, E, and a 4, and. So I got to figure out where the pause is. Where am I rushing? 3, E, and. So I kind of feel like my E, 3, E, and a 4, and. Yeah, it's definitely that enda is just a little sloppy. Let's try it again with metronome. A 2, a 3, E, and a 4, and 1, a 2, a 3, E, and a 4, and there we go. So it's just really easy for me to rush those kicks. And it is 100% control of your foot. So have that. Have control. 1, a 2, a 3, E, and a 4, and 1 E, and a 2, and 3, and a 4, and 1 E, and a 2, and 3, and a 4, and. Now, if I was recording this, I dare bet that every 3, no, the 3 is probably fine. That enda, I feel like I'm always rushing that on the kick. So something that I'll have to clean up. Now, some of those cleanups can happen after you get full speed. Like you can play it sloppy all the way to 118, and then at 118, play that for a couple days, and then slow it down to 100, and then at 100 fix your sloppiness. Or you can fix it now. Today I'm in the mood to fix it later. So let's go up. Two, 3, 4. 2, 3, and a 4, and 1 E, and a two, and three, and a four, and. So how I just played it with the kick by itself is how it should sound when I put the hands in there. It's not how that's sounding. It's knowing how it sounds versus how it doesn't sound. That's the difference, right? I know it's correct now. One and a two and three and a four, and that tightness of the tightness is in da rhythm wise, not tightness is in sound. I guess those are the same thing sometimes. So yeah, it's so important to know how it's supposed to sound. You know, you can then aim for that goal. If I don't know how it sounds, it's hard to make it sound like that. And a four and one and a two and three and a four and one, a two, three and a four and. All right, so I think 80 was our from before, our full speed from before. Let's do 88, and then we're gonna move on. Again, like it frustrates me a little bit. Mostly because these are live, right? I'm just doing them, and hopefully they're good, and they're not always good. They'll get good, maybe they won't be good ever. Yeah, I want to play it tight. I want to play it with kick. I have to understand that doesn't happen after one day. You, if you're learning this, have to understand it doesn't happen after one day. It happens after weeks. So submit to the process. It's getting sloppier. All right, we're gonna move on. 88, I'm pleased with. Not too unhappy. Be some work yet to get to full speed because the kicks aren't getting clean. But okay, we'll fix that later. So these are the other three measures that are just different in the song. Everything else, other than the pre-chorus, is pretty much the same. So I'm just gonna hit these for a minute. 70 is what I ended up with. Most of these from yesterday, so it's not bad. All right, so 60 BPM. This always throws me off rhythmically just because the other parts are so different, but this is kick-wise, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 1. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2. All right, 1. We're going to do it with metronome, but I had one in there. That was the idea. And a 4 and 1, a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and. Here's what I like about working on different sections, right? Like, I can tackle this at 60, now speed it up to 64. With that first kick drum part being so similar to what we already play in the intro, it helps me on that part without having to be uber focused and spend another 20 minutes on it and kind of just like get these small gains. I want bigger gains all the time. And a 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and. Feeling good about that. 68. 1, a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and Now, the other thing I'm trying to do, I'm yelling tonight for some reason. The other thing I'm trying to do is more proper kick technique at these slower tempos. At 68, I'm more able to go, which again, you probably can't see that via the camera. It's this is what I'm doing. A double with my foot. At 68, that's doable for me. At 85, I fall apart trying to do that technique. So think about it like, at slower tempos, I'm reiterating the idea of what good technique should be. At faster tempos, I'm just trying to hold on and play. Eventually, those two worlds will come together. They don't come together just, in 2 seconds. They take some time. I think we might have already done 62, 68. Let's do 72. Let's do 76, and then we're going to move on. So, yeah. So, think of the gain we made on this one versus the earlier one. Here, we're up by like 16 BPM. The other one, we made about like an 8 BPM gain. Both are good gains. 3 and a 4 and 1. A 2 and a 3 and a 4 and... a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and cool. All right, we're moving on. We're going to slow this down by 10. 70's our goal. We'll see where we get. So we got this 1 and 2 triplet 3 and rest. 1 and 2 triplet 3 and rest. So for my brain, I need to hear that triplet landing on the end of 2. 1 and 2 triplet 3 and 4. Because otherwise, I'll move that triplet as close to the E of 2 as humanly possible because of my rhythm deafness, rhythm blindness, rhythm lack of innateness. Any of those work. 2 triplet 3 and 4. 1 and 2 triplet 3 and 4. 1 and 2 triplet 3 and 4. Let's speed that up. Three and 4. 1 and 2 triplet 3 and 4. 1 and 2 triplet 3 and 4. Triplet 3 and 4. 1 and 2 triplet 3 and 4. 68. Triplet 3 and 4. rushing the last one, but all right, 72. So we'll be 2 BPM over our previous goal. Triplet 3 and 4. 1 and 2, triplet 3 and 4. Cool. 76. Now, if I wasn't trying to push speed today, it really is my goal. Speed. I'd probably spend more time on each of these. You know, maybe 4, maybe a minute. It's tough to judge time when you're doing this, but, you know, a minute, maybe a minute and a half on each of these would probably be a good idea to really just affirm what you're doing. But since speed is the name of the game today, we're just pushing tempos. It's more like do it, make sure you can actually do that tempo and screw it and move on. Triplet 3 and 4. Sometimes it's a little off. So let's try 80, which would be 10 over. Would be awesome. Triplet 3 and 4. 1 and 2, triplet 3 and 4. Okay, so I really like doing that click on the triplet. It helps, but it helps me more if I actually say triplet. Saying it, verbalizing it, helps so much more. 1 and 2, triplet 3 and 4. Helps me feel that rhythm better. So let's do a couple more. We're going to do it at 82. So here's the surprising thing. I did not think that these 3 measures would go, well, I haven't done the third one yet, but I didn't think that these would go up as much in tempo. I thought the other ones would probably go better. So you just need to show up to practice and do it. Put an hour in. Be dedicated. Another thing I like about these lives, it forces me not to check my phone every 5 minutes. I was working on vocals last night, and every 10 minutes I'm on my phone. This would be bad if I was on my phone the entire time. You guys would be like, what the fuck is he doing? Why is he on his phone? He's supposed to be playing drums. 3 and 4. 1 and 2, triplet 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and... All right, just for fun, let's go to 85, because that makes me feel good. 2, triplet 3, and usually, if I'm about 20 BPM away from full speed, then I'm a day or two away. So, like, some of these sections will click in the next day. Triplet 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and... 2, triplet 3 and 4. 2, triplet 3 and 4. 1 and 2, triplet 3 and 4. You can start to hear some sloppiness. All right, we're going to move on. Feel good about 85, though. Now, I said this yesterday. I'm going to say it again because no one watches the same ones, and that's okay. grab your sheet music. If you're following along or whatever song you're working on, put your tempos down. Like, hey, I can play this at 50 BPM. It lets you know the next day, start 10 under that. So I played it at 60 yesterday, right? That was my top speed, and then I quit, and I gave up probably 2 days ago. Mark that down so you know where you're at. It also like reaffirming, like setting goals. Like, hey, my goal now is 10 over. So 10 over 60. I want to get this to 70 BPM. That kind of deals with that macro micro thing, right? Like at this point, I feel success on those last two measures. Now, am I not at full speed yet? No, I'm not. That's okay. But I've moved the ball a little bit. And sometimes when you walk away from having a rehearsal and you don't move the ball, that's defeating. It really kind of wears on you after a while. Where you're like, man, I've been playing drums, or I've been playing this instrument for so long, whatever that instrument might be. Okay. You got to make little games out of stuff, or I do anyway, via my brain. Same thing I said the 15th time I said that. What's really good about working on this part at a slow tempo is how it's going to impact that intro later, which is probably why that intro did okay, better than I thought it would be. All right, 50. This kick drum gets me 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. I want this to be, at this tempo, easy to play. I don't want to have to think too much about this one. I just want to get a flow going. 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. But I should play the right drums. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1. So what I'm going to try on this one, because I feel like when we got up to faster speeds, the kick drums were tough. The 1 and 1 and. So we're going to try to do a couple passes where we just do kick drum and then put everything back together. 3 and all right, I gotta think about how to count that. So 1 and 2. I'm gonna have to count all those out. Excuse me. 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E, 4 E and 1, 1, 1. That's what's getting me. 1 and 1 and 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 and. I don't know if I'll be able to do that at 50 with just the kick and counting. We will try. We will see. 2, 3 E and 4 E and 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 and 2 E and 4 E and 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. So that's kind of the idea. Probably do, out of breath, probably do a couple of those and then launch into putting everything else in there and just use the kicks to try to tighten me up and straighten me out. 3 E and 4 E and 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 and 3 E and 4 E and that's how I feel about that. So. But I do think focusing on getting those kicks tighter is the answer to this part right now. 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2, a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 1 and 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 E and a 1 and 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a I think we were at 60 before. We'll do 58, and then we're going to try 62, and then I got about 15 minutes left before I have to check off. Check off? Check out? Check out. Okay, just kick drums. I wanted to stop it and chat, but focus. And a 4 E and a 1 and 2 E and a. Then just stopped it. It's totally that a 1, a 1, a 1, a 1 and 2 E and a 3 E and 3 E and a 4 E and a. I feel like a robot. That part is just hard for me, but all right, we're gonna do 60, which means we didn't hit our goal. That's okay, but then we're gonna spend the last 15 minutes from the top. 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and. Can't play it now. E and a 3 E and a 1. We're gonna call that good enough. All right, from the beginning. We're just gonna play this a couple times. Hopefully move that number up a little bit and move on. 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a. So, compared to where I was 15, 20 minutes ago on this, that feels good, and that's at 85. I've said this before. I've said this before multiple times. Dude, 2-a-day practices are the answer. Now, this is as close to 2-a-day practice, right? You hit this hard, you spend 15, 20 minutes on it, you work on some other things, you come back. Think if I did that 2 times a day, and there will be a day where I'll have enough time to do that. I'll do 2 drums or 2 piano or 2 something, where you're getting this, hit it hard, focus, move on, hit it hard, come back later that day and do the same thing. And I think you'll see some huge gains in your playing. I see it every single time I do that. So, all right, let's do 85 a couple more times. And a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a. And a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a. And then I got sloppy. But we're gonna try one faster and see if we got a new high score. Two, 3, 4. That's sloppy on the kick, but. And a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and. All right, we're calling 85 our new high, and I'm fine with that. All right, this section. So we got our 1. 4 and 1, a 2, 3 and a 4 and 1. And a 4 and 1, a 2. So we'll call that good at 88. All right. So the funny thing is, now we're just going to go back to where we were and kind of end up with that stuff for like 5 minutes. So a review of a review of a review of a review. A 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Speed-wise felt fine. Sometimes I was a little sloppy on the metronome. Try 82. Three and a 4 and 1, a 2 and a 3. So I'm going to have big issues as soon as we get up to like 110. Because to make that work at 82, there's a lot of strain in my leg, and I know that's not the answer. Like it's muscling my way through or pushing my way through versus actually learning it. But well, that's a problem for another day. All right, so we got this 1 and 2 triplet, 1 and 2 triplet, 3. Okay. 2 triplet, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 triplet, 3 and 4. That'll be another interesting one. Let's go by 3. One and 2 triplet, 3 and 4. Now, that little idea is less effective if I don't hear triplet in my head. If I'm just going, it's helpful. It certainly is helpful to know that's where I need to place those triplets. It's way more helpful if I go triplet, 3 and 4. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 triplet, 3 and 4. It's more helpful. So it's tough to do everything at once, though, as you guys might know. 1 and 2 triplet, 3 and 4. One and 2 triplet, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 triplet, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 triplet, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 triplet, 3 and 4. We'll do 90, then we're going to call it good. 1 and 2, triplet 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Triplet and 4. 1 and 2, triplet 3 and 4. So, I'm not going to count 90 because that was sloppy. Count 88. So we have some new tempos to tackle tomorrow. Going to make sure I wake up early and get this done. Thanks, guys, for checking us out. Musicbythemeasurespro.com if you guys want to have tablature that's well written and well thought out. And if you want to support these videos. Thank you, guys, and have a good rest of your night.